moment to look back on your life up to this point. You're probably imagining lots of people, places, and things. Now, as you're continuing to ponder this, think about your relationships with these people, who they were, how your relations were to them, what you thought of them, and what your initial first impression of them was. Now, when you met these people, whether it be good or bad, you probably made a snap judgment about them. Like, you see them and you think, oh, they're nice, oh, I don't like them, and those are your snap judgment, and you build any further judgment off of that. Now, these snap judgments that I'm talking about are called personal constructs, and these can strongly impact our future relationships, coworker relationships, or new romantic relationships. The way we think about somebody when we first meet them can cloud our judgments to other things, such as I mentioned earlier, with the good or bad and yes or no, I don't like them. Now, personal constructs are based on personal construct psychology, which is originally based on George Kelly's text, The Psychology of Personal Constructs. This book created the foundation for years of research, and it's used to these personal constructs are used to categorize differences between contrasting ideas. Christina Hardman's essay, Using Personal Construct Psychology to Reduce the Risk of Exclusion, describes it as a pyramid. Now, at the top of this pyramid, you have a superordinate construct and then two or more subordinate constructs. Now, this idea goes a little further in the essay Integrating the Differentiated, a review of the personal construct approach to cognitive complexity by Marie Kovarova and Miroslav Filip, which is saying that the superordinate is at the top and then it all relates back to the superordinate, which is in yellow. Now, some examples that are used in these essays are how they can impact relationships with coworkers. So you meet these people and you think, oh, they're a good or bad person, which you could also relate to intelligent or stupid. Now, when you meet somebody and you think they're either intelligent or stupid, which in your mind inherently links them back to good or bad, you're going to have an idea of who this person is and how you want to work with them, which will strongly impact how you do in working relationships. Now, also, another example that was used would be high energy or being a loser. And the subordinate constructs that were used to define these characteristics are efficient or inefficient, vigorous or lazy, and successful or poor. Which the first in each of those three subordinate constructs relates back to the top at high energy, and the second of each of those relates to being a loser. And if you see any of those, it's going to strongly impact how you think of your coworkers, and you're not going to work with them, or you will. Now, I also have some pictures of people that you could potentially work with. Now, this man, he's clean shaven, he's got a nice shirt, some jeans, and sensible shoes. So he seems like a responsible coworker. Then I've also got this woman, who she's in her pantsuit, she's got her pantyhose, her shoes that are fancy, minimal jewelry, and a modest hairstyle. So you see this lady, and she looks very professional. She's ready to go. She's good for the job. And so you're going to want to work with her. Then you also get this man. He's a cutie. He's got his glasses, his pocket protector, bow tie, plaid shirt. He looks like a smart fella. And then you have this lady who's wearing her very fashionable but very unprofessional floral kimono with her Birkenstocks, along with her rolled up skinny jeans. Now, it's a very cute outfit, but it's not professional in the workplace. So if you got the chance to work with any of those people, you're not going to want to work with them the best because they're not necessarily prepared for the specific details of the environment. Now, personal constructs also play a very large role in romantic relationships. These mental yardsticks help us to categorize noticeable attributes, which are the constructs we perceive. So you see somebody and they're attractive, and that's the first thing you notice. That's what you're going to go off of when you're basing your opinions on these people. So, and because of that, it's going to cloud your judgment to any other things you could possibly notice about this person as you're developing a relationship. In the Human Communication textbook written by Cindy Griffin, Jennifer Bone, and Julia Wood, this topic is even further confirmed, saying that we will miss out on noticing traits that are outside of the constructs we focus on. This can ultimately affect our relationships in a very bad way because we don't know about the bad things going on with the other person. Personal constructs play a really big part in our daily lives, which is very important to everybody as we go along. They help us to categorize opinions on people and keep them in a certain place in our minds. So if you see this person and you don't like them, and that's going to impact your relationship really badly, even though they could be a very nice person in actuality. Now, these affect relationships with everybody we encounter, including coworkers, romantic partners, and everybody else we meet and deal with on a daily basis. Without personal constructs, we would have no way to categorize our judgments. It is for this reason that these personal constructs are so important in our daily lives. So, in order to maintain a good opinion of people, we have to stay open-minded and be sure that we focus on constructs outside of what we generally focus on. Because without doing that, we will be unable to develop good and new relationships with everybody that we encounter. Thank you.